What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wednesday night, which means I got a film study for you guys. If you catch us on YouTube, sorry, you're only going to get about 12 to 15 minutes tops of this Arch Manning film breakdown. And I don't know how long we're going to go tonight. I'll tell you this much. His daggum highlight film on Huddle's 21 minutes. Now, a lot of that's because every play's on there 3 times, but there's a lot of dimes being dropped on this film study. So excited to bring this one to you tonight. Just kind of my general overview of what I saw and what I evaluated. You know, this is the first real tape the public's seen. College coaches have obviously already seen all this stuff. This is the first real public tape that we've seen. He released it back in March, and here we are. It's April. So, right? Is it April? May? It's May. Who knows? Time flies at this point. But a brief overview for you. You're not going to see the biggest of arms. It's not the biggest arm in the world. For those of you that have seen my Gunnar Stockton breakdown, don't be expecting 63-yard bombs, but he's got everything else. Extremely efficient mover and thrower of the football. There is no wasted movement. I'm pointing these things out tonight before the show so you guys can see it and you can see what I'm talking about even before. So you got in your mind what to look for, okay? Look for, hey, the ball's not going to look like it is just absolutely being just missiling all across this field, but you're going to see some great touch. You're going to see an efficient mover. There's no wasted movement in this throw of motion. That release, man, it is very violent and it is very quick, okay? It is in and out. There is no wasted movement there either. He's perfect from the feet to the hips, and he's perfect from the hips to the fingers on the release. I mean, absolutely perfect, as you would expect with a third-generation quarterback at this point. You know, a really good ball placement guy. The ball placement is beyond elite. He puts it exactly where he wants to, even when on the move. I think that was the most impressive thing that you're going to see tonight, in my opinion. The throws on the run are borderline in terms of the consistency of what he's doing. It's not just a once or twice flashy throw. It is a consistent dropping dimes right and to the left, especially to the left. Seeing the things that he was doing to the left, like I said, are pretty uncommon for somebody of this age and of when we're going to watch this film. I believe he's 15 years old in this film that we're going to watch tonight. Not an overwhelmingly physically gifted athlete. Measured in at about 6'3", maybe 6'3 and a half. Perhaps he gets taller before he leaves high school. Probably will, knowing the genetic makeup. But in terms of today's standard of quarterbacks, there's a lot of filling out to do when he gets to college. This is not, you know, a guy that's going to look like Trey Lance. This is not a guy that's going to look like even, you know, maybe Trevor Lawrence. Trevor's 6'6", though, so it's totally different. I don't know. I think it's more of a JT Daniels body type than it is like a Trey Lance or just Justin Fields type body type when we're talking about quarterback play nowadays. But I will say this. He has an odd, like, Joe Burrow-like quality with his legs. Like, I don't want to design runs for him in college, but if you have to make him extend plays with his legs, if he has to get out of the pocket and scramble for a first down, maybe 15, 20 yards, he's going to be more than capable of doing that on the college level. So that's exciting to see, and you guys will see that as well tonight. Here's the best way I could put it, right? If you took Archie Manning, and for those of you who are under the age of 50, 45 years old, you probably never seen Archie Manning play. But I've seen brief cut-ups every once in a while. Dude was a freak athlete. He was like one of the original scrambling quarterbacks, okay? Even on the NFL level. If you took Archie Manning, okay, and you shoved him into modern football, if you taught him from ground up, from day one to day, you know, whenever he's 41, how to play modern football, I think this is what it would look like. Because this guy is really, you know, he's a plus athlete, but he's not a plus athlete, if that makes sense. And I'll tell you, you're not going to see overwhelmingly impressive. I think overwhelming is my key word tonight. You're not going to see extremely impressive, you know, high school play and high school competition that he's going against. But I will say this. They run a pretty complex and modern offense at his high school, and they're asking this guy to process full field reads. So you're going to see all of that tonight. Without further ado, let's shut up and let's grind this here tape, brother. Yeah, you're going to notice, guys, that when I say he cut up every clip like 4 times, he cut up every clip like 4 times. But, you know, he's got a really good wide receiver out there in A.J. Johnson that's going to LSU as of right now. But the thing I love about Arch, the eyes are always active, right? He's never staring anybody down, always active at all times. And you can see it off the bat with that front hip. What I want you to see is this front foot strike right there, okay? From this point here, watch this left, and I do have the pointer tonight. Watch this lead hip, okay? Watch how violently that thing almost like sucks back, right? Watch how it pulls there's into rotation with his hip, and that's what causes that whipping action and that ball to jump initially off of his hands, okay? So take a look at it right here. Boom, right? That initial, pull of those hips and that rotational energy of those hips is exactly what gets that ball out and on time. And again, ball placement, right? Now we're going to see from the tight or from the wide angle. I mean, this guy's got AJ's got quite the bit of separation here on this clip, but that's where you want, if you're going to leave this ball short, that's where you want to leave it. You want to leave it at its highest point where only your guy can go get it. And then AJ Johnson makes a great play after the catch. Same clip right here. As again, you're going to see all of them like this. You can see this ball is underthrown a little bit, right? But that's like what I told, what we started with. This ain't Gunnar Stockton like arm talent in terms of arm strength, I should say. Arm talent's a different discussion. And we've talked about that here on this channel before. But arm strength. It's in a guy that's going to be throwing at 70 yards when he gets into college. This is a guy that's going to live inside of 55 yards. But guess what? It's plenty damn arm strength to be good if you can do what this guy can on the move and in and outside of the pocket. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, he has Manning in his last name, but this ain't Peyton. This ain't Eli. Y'all can throw that one away, okay? The comp to me is almost closer to Joe Burrow, right? Like, Joe Burrow doesn't have the biggest arm in the world, but Burrow does funky stuff like this on the run. Look at this. All of these throws he makes off platform, he makes them look extremely, extremely easy. Same clip here. Extremely easy rolling out on the left and right. Wait till you see some of this stuff of him rolling to the left. It's insane. Quarterback presence and pocket. This is what I'm talking about, the ones to the left. This ball right here. That is stupid, son. Look at this. Okay? I mean, never have I ever seen Peyton Manning, or Eli for that matter, never have I ever seen Peyton or Eli throw a damn howitzer from this body angle. Look, none of this screams powerful. Okay, every bit of this screams athletic. This screams I'm getting away with stuff because I'm just built different, as the kids would say nowadays. But fits it into an extremely tight window here. My mouse is acting up all kind of funny tonight. Into a tight window here where only his guy can go get it. Again, AJ Johnson, pretty daggum elite. All right, these two dudes, Arch and AJ, were hands down, not even close, the best player on the football field every single Friday night. And they will continue to be as long as they're in high school. Here's the other angle of it. And you kind of see it better here. I mean, look, guys, this is him rolling left. This is actually a Elite 11 drill. They will roll guys, and Arch obviously, and then I don't think he'll ever compete at the Elite 11, but just because that's one thing they don't do. They don't do the circuit, if you will. They don't do the recruiting circuit. This rolling left drill, getting back. See how his right hip right here? See how his right hip is now driven back so he can at least get 1 foot into the ground and get this ball out? That's exactly what's happening. I also love how tough this kid is, right? People will say, I don't know him, anything about him, but the outside looking in, I would think, he's had a pretty daggum good life, right? Being a Manning in Louisiana is probably not that hard, whatever it is, but the dude plays tougher than nails. Okay. So that's good to see. I don't know anything about the kid's character, but the film screams tough badass, honestly. So for what that's worth, I think it's the same. Oh, no. This one's dumb. Okay. On the move to the left with the touch. Okay. Watch the touch on this ball. Doop. You're talking about dropping it into a bucket, folks. Look at that. And again, I have never in my life ever seen Peyton or Eli do this kind of stuff. Never. But guess what? I do believe that, Peyton was a big, strong dude. Eli was a big, goofy dude. And I do believe that in the same sense, if Peyton Manning were 15 years old nowadays, he'd have to play like this. So I think he would play like this. Okay? So same thing for Arch. If you watch Peyton's high school tape, he's under center the entire time. This kid is not. And here's a little context for you. This ball's thrown with touch about, 40 yards on the move? 38 yards, like from the 30-yard line to the back pylon, basically. That's That's arm talent, guys. That's the difference between arm talent and arm strength, right? He's got the power to drive it down the field, but this off-platform stuff this hot term that everybody uses, this is what they're talking about. The ability to extend plays with your legs, and no matter where you're at in terms of body positioning, you can rip it. Right? No matter where you're at, you're going to be able to put a good spin on the ball and put it where you want. The most impressive thing to me watching these throws on the run is the ball placement in and of itself. Now, here's where he's Peyton's nephew comes into the equation here. Watch the lower body mechanics on the short game, guys. Watch how clean, calm, and efficient this is. Look how at front foot strike when he first gets there. Excuse me, damn you, huddle. Okay, look, if I can pause it correctly. At front foot strike, see how that front knee and that front foot is turned inwards, right? That front knee and that front foot, right as he's about to hit front foot strike, it's got, how do I explain this? It's got leverage, right? It's when it hits, he's gonna have something to turn on. If you land at front foot strike, or if you pull your foot up to land at front foot strike and your foot's already wide open, there's no core rotation, period. He looks like a pitcher throwing at all times, except on the run, he turns into a shortstop. Okay. Boom. Okay. There's that front set right as the ball's drawn, that knee, and then right at front foot strike, front foot straight to the target. Now we're bringing the rest of our momentum. Now we're turning our trunk, and now we're getting through the football, and we're going to throw a missile. Okay. And it is a speed out, but look where the ball placement is on this. Boom. Calm, out, right in the chest. Okay. Simple little comeback, not that impressive. I just wanted to show you the lower body mechanics. More throws on the run. Now, this is also, you'll never see Peyton do this. He puts the ball at risk, man. He doesn't care. He really doesn't. This is considered an awfully tight window, like especially in college football. That window will be much, much tighter. These defenders obviously will be about right here in college, okay? Now, is he still going to throw these balls? I don't know. This is why it kind of helps to have these wide angles and the tight angles that he's giving you, because on the wide, you see what he's seeing. But watch his eyes throughout the route, right? Talk about going through your progressions, reading the number one key, coming back to 2, looking at 3. Oh, 2's back open. Now let's get the ball out. I'm excited to see this guy this summer. And until then, the jury's still out for me. But, you can see what you see on tape. Kid's extremely talented and extremely gifted and smart, right? Really smart football player and plays with some super edge. Real tough edge. So appreciate you guys for being here. If you found us on YouTube, sorry, you only got 10 minutes and we went 40. You really only got like the first, knowing me, you probably only got like the first. If you want the full one, sign up for Patreon. Patreon.com/Brooks Austin. The link is in the bio. We'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you for being here.